Implications of squandering of a disciplinary hearing. What are the implications of squandering a disciplinary hearing? Stay with me as we go through that so we understand what are the implications of squandering a disciplinary hearing. Missed opportunities, the implications of squandering a disciplinary hearing. In employer-employee workplace tales, a person decrying unfair termination is a common scenario. But what about the instances where the employee had a chance to tell their side of the story in a disciplinary hearing, but they let it slip away? This is the story in the case of Ocon versus Kenyatta University, right? Where the employee sought a declaration from the court that his employment was terminated unfairly. The twist is that the employer had extended 2 invitations to the employee to appear before a disciplinary committee, which were postponed at the request of the employee. Thereafter, it sent a 3rd invitation, which the employee refused to honor entirely. What is the implication of squandering the termination process in this way? Right, let's look at it at a glance. Both the employer and the employee play a crucial part in ensuring that disciplinary hearings achieve their intended outcome of a fair hearing. However, if an employer presents a fair opportunity for the employee to be heard, but the employee squanders their chance of deferring and then not attending their disciplinary hearing, the employer can take decisive action to terminate the employee, so long as they can demonstrate that they followed due process to administer a fair hearing in line with their policies and procedure. Squandering the right to be heard works to the detriment of the employee. We need to emphasize this, because sometimes people feel that the processes are unfair or that hearings are unjustified, and they decide to abscond, not attend that hearing. So people need to understand what are the implications of you deciding to abscond from a hearing, right? As it contributes to their termination and takes away their right to claim unfair procedure on the part of the employer. Disciplinary hearings play a pivotal role in ensuring fairness in the realm of employment by presenting a forum where both the employer and employee can resolve workplace disputes. Section 41, subsection 2 of the Employment Act establishes both the right of an employee subjected to a disciplinary hearing and the responsibility of an employer regarding due process while conducting disciplinary hearings. It provides that all employers should hear and consider any representations that an employee accused of misconduct or poor performance may have before terminating their employment on those grounds. Then the right to a fair trial. Taking cognizance of the fact that disciplinary hearings are a tenet of the right to a fair trial enshrined in the Constitution, right? The intricacies of such hearings demand that employer aligns with the principles of a fair trial. This has been confirmed, right, in the Labor Relations Act, right? However, while the employer has the onus to ensure that an employee has a fair disciplinary hearing, the employee plays a pivotal role in protecting their own right to be heard by ensuring that they do not squander their chances of being heard in that forum. The consequences of squandering such an opportunity, which are highlighted in Ocon, are dire and result in an unfavorable and unintended outcome on the part of the employee. In this case, the judge affirmed that continually avoiding and deferring a disciplinary hearing is tantamount to an admission of guilt on the part of the employee. As a result, the employee is considered guilty of the alleged misconduct that they were accused of, which is an outcome that may have been different had the employee taken the opportunity to defend themselves. Right. Additionally, the judge opined that squandering the chance to be heard creates justification for an employer to terminate the employee's employment on grounds of misconduct. The employee's employment on grounds of this follows from the fact that at that point, the employee is considered guilty of the misconduct that they were accused of, which substantiates the termination of their employment. Further, the judge held that if the employee is subsequently terminated, the employee cannot thereafter claim that there was no due process followed in their termination. This is because an employer who has made a great effort to have the employee be heard is considered to have acted fairly, even if the employee remained adamant in avoiding the hearing. Then what is our conclusion? In conclusion, both the employer and employee play a crucial part in ensuring that disciplinary hearings achieve the intended outcome of a fair hearing. However, if an employer presents a fair opportunity for the employee to be heard, but the employee squanders their chance, the employer can take decisive action to terminate the employee, so long as they can demonstrate that they followed due process to administer a fair hearing in line with their policies and procedures. Such squandering only works to the detriment of the employee, as it contributes to the termination and take away their right to claim unfair procedure on the part of the employee. I think, guys, we cannot overemphasize this point, that whenever you are called before a disciplinary process, do attend. Does not matter how much you feel about it. Go there, defend yourself, do whatever is necessary, right? So you can take the matter to the next forum if you are not happy with the outcome of that disciplinary processes. But absconding, staying away from the disciplinary process is not a resolution. It works against you. It works to your own detriment. It becomes a disadvantage to you because you are therefore waiving away the right to defend or to present your side of the story. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe, guys. Please go there to subscribe option right now and click on it. Subscribe. Let's grow the platform. And please remember to share the video to your social media platforms. Let's grow the platform to ensure that more people are empowered. Remember to comment and like. Thank you very much, guys.